teeniest, tiniest individuals.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up.
Let's go. Pocket Dynamite.
Very exciting.
Now entering the ring, fighting out of the red corner. Weighing in at 112 pounds, fighting out of Mendez Boxing and trained by Henry De Leon and Andy Dominguez. Luz Mendez!
So Luz Mendez, 5'1", 112 pounds, 30 years old. She's a gym manager.
Walking out like kind of like a killing machine,
yeah,
though, dude. For a 5'1", 112 pounds.
She's walking out slow with ice in her veins.
Yeah. Yes, she is. That's exactly right. Historically, matchups like this tend to be, I mean, this is a broad brush, but tough to score.
Yeah, it tends to be incredibly high volume.
Yes.
You know, when you're talking about 100 pounds or near to it, typically the power's not necessarily the same as somebody who's 240.
And even if it is, just the output tends to be intense.
Very,
so
very high.
We'll see what that looks like.
Please welcome, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 110 pounds, fighting out of Gleason's Boxing Gym and trained by Leon Taylor and Christine Smith, Jelena, the real deal.
Jelena.
Deap!
So I was trying to explain to Matt how you pronounced her name, Jelena, but my microphone was on, so I just go Jelena into the microphone. So that's on me.
Yes.
Jelena, the real deal Deap, a towering 5'2" and a lumbering 110 pounds.
That's right.
Should be a super fun bout.
Yes.
Two very popular gyms in the area with Mendez Boxing and Gleason's Boxing. We've been told that Luz Mendez is of the Mendez lineage. She's running Mendez Boxing Club after the passing of her father. So very cool, very cool. Excited to see this bout.
This should be interesting. So Deap, on paper, 1-inch height advantage, 4 years the junior. Luz with a 2-pound weight advantage, if you want to consider that. Luz looking a bit thicker of the two, though.
Yeah. I mean, for again with these frames, she looks bigger than 2 pounds heavier.
Sure. This might be the lightest Haymakers bout we've ever called.
Yeah, I mean it's got to be near there. These are tiny individuals. So again, if I had a prediction, I'm going to expect incredibly high volume.
Yeah.
And unless we see a giant discrepancy in ability, it might be tough to score.
Mendez, I just saw her cock the hammer on her right hand.
Yeah, good right
I
hand.
think the right hand looks hard right off the jump.
So Luz Mendez pressing the action early. Yeah, that right hand. I was talking about, you know, often the lack of tremendous power at weights like this. She's got a little bit in that right hand.
She is missed on 2 right hands that I think would do a lot of damage had they landed. Deap might be the longer of the two, but she's not necessarily capitalizing on her length just yet. Oh, decent exchange there by Deap. Good body work by Mendez. Nice right hand over the top by Deap. Good right hand by Mendez right back, right?
Yep. Yeah, Deap, should rely more on her jab instead of leading with that too. I think she's fighting well off her back foot. That right hand lands when it's behind something.
Mendez
really competitive bout early.
Is throwing that right hand, and it's thrown correctly, and it's just missing. There it lands. Yeah. I think if she keeps throwing it, I think she might end up having well,
we'll see. That it's a real tight bout already.
And Deap's interesting in the sense that she's doing a great job evading, and if she can continue to do so, these next few rounds might be interesting because she is using her length brilliantly, and she is boxing on the outside. I mean, if you notice, she's not boxing in a straight line. She never backs up in a straight line.
Yeah.
She's using her length. She's throwing ones and twos.
Looks like she's slowing down a good deal from the start.
And her head is snapping a little bit from Deap.
Good
right hand by Mendez. Another good right hand by Mendez. Ooh.
Yeah, close ball. Mendez?
It's hard to say.
Yeah, so I'll tell you right now, that was a really competitive bout.
Really close first round.
Round 2 is coming your way, and we're bringing in our ring.
That was a competitive round. Yeah, I don't know. It depends on. So this is where it kind of goes to not. And again, when I say this stuff, it's not necessarily a disparaging comment. It's a matter of judges' biases, right? What do they gravitate towards?
Are they looking for someone who's going to throw long ones and twos? Who's gonna point?
Because Mendez did a good job of landing some pretty telling right hands, and she did press the action. With that being said, Deap, I think, scored probably more blows, and she used angles well, but she boxed mainly off her back foot.
No doubt.
So
Mendez pressing the action early.
She is, but if you look, Deap again is just she's circling the whole time. She never backs up in a straight line. Now, this is going to be a tough bout to score. Mendez,
so if Mendez can land those right hands clean,
but again, in order to do so, she's eating four. That's a good right hand. She's
four clean shots.
She's eating a number of ones and twos from Deap.
Excellent matchmaking tonight.
Yeah, really competitive.
Zero blowouts.
Yeah.
There was some. I mean, Mendez is landing clean now.
She is.
Mendez is coming on now.
Yeah, but is she though? Because every time she does, Deap tends to stop that train a little bit, and then look the fresher of the two.
Yeah.
This is really a pick'em so far. If we're doing live odds, which we're not, Vegas would have this. What was it?
Minus 110.
Minus 110. I was going to say minus 110.
I do think Mendez is landing clean enough with enough volume that she's taking the early parts of the round. But again, Deap is landing nice, clean, long shots.
Oh, yes.
It's those flurries and then Deap's kind of head snapping back just a little bit.
Yes.
That I think is going to edge out the rounds for Mendez.
Good right hand by Mendez. Both women doing exactly what they need to do to win this fight. It's a matter of who's more successful at doing what they need to do.
Yeah,
right?
I'd like to see Deap have a little more deliberate defense. So either either slipping, catching, or
because right now Deap's offense is her defense, right? But it's exclusive that.
Yep. If she catch that right hand and fire back her own right hand.
Yeah. Because I do think this is a Mendez round at this point. I do like what Deap's doing. I like that she is never backing up a straight line. I like that she's throwing straight ones and twos.
Great offense and not terrible defense by any stretch.
No.
But she has to create offensive opportunities off of counters.
Yeah.
I think at least if she wants
certainly.
to be in this fight.
I think that first round was close enough that it's up for debate.
Yeah.
And in all honesty, maybe the second round was as well.
Yep.
I do think Mendez did enough in that round because I think she was able to find Deap a lot more than she was in the first round. And then when she did, I think she really capitalized on it with a little bit more power.
Yep. So we are in the third and final round of bout 10. Haymakers for Hope NYC Hope. Nope. Try that again. Hope NYC 11 live from the Hammerstein Ballroom, or the MC Hammerstein Ballroom.
That's right. Hammer don't hurt 'em.
Thursday, November 2nd, 2023. Mark Nolan, Matt Nolan on the mic. Third and final round.
Yeah, Mendez, again, pressing the action, finding the right hand. Deap, once again, circling out, using her length.
Yeah, I think the way that the blows are landing for Mendez.
The head snaps.
The visuals.
It's the head snap.
Yeah, because
I
think Deap is landing very clean with ones and twos as well. Just those head snapping punches, I think they have to be considered when scoring.
Deap does have a great jab, I'll say that.
Fantastic.
Good use of her length.
And again, she pulled a pretty tough short straw here, and she's fighting somebody who's
great slip too, but she answered right back with
Yep.
a right hand of her own. Mendez is finding a home for that right hand, no
Good
doubt about it.
conditioning, great cardio from both, great heart. I'm just non-stop.
Yeah, again, Mendez is landing, not enough to warrant a count, but if you look, the official is certainly keeping an eye on Deap, which shows you she's certainly considering a count at this point. Deap landing great with the head off center, firing that jab.
It's a very, very closely contested bout where I think Mendez is imposing her will just a little bit more.
And it's funny, I also thought Deap was the fresher of the two, and she very well may be, but Mendez is fighting as if she just doesn't care.
Yeah.
She's very, very fit and also extremely tough. So whether this is a combination of those two is to be determined, but my guess is that it's really like a lot of heart that we're seeing right now.
Yep, 30 seconds left in the final round of this 10th bout of the evening.
Again, Deap doing such a great job, but it's
that's
the thing.
Beautiful.
It's when you get a fight that's
Good
this
right hand,
close, right? But one boxer is walking forward the whole time.
Yeah.
And the fact, like you're saying, this
The optics of that head snap.
the head snap, they're the harder punches. That's got to be a Mendez fight.
Deap looked incredible. Did a great job.
I mean, brilliant job.
Was very good at being long with her offense. Boxed off her back foot beautifully.
Mighty boss stones. Dickie Bear talks like this all the time. This is how Dickie Bear talks. Or is that sounded like Ricky Rackman.
Wow.
That's right.
That's
big
good.
Big fan. So, yeah, I think you're going to look at a Mendez UD here, but that was an awesome bout, you know? And it's funny, it wasn't like a blinding breakneck speed.
At all.
That was like a really methodical, great boxing
good technical bout.
Great output, great volume,
Yep.
but not just like wild tornado punches, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Not just whirling. Great sportsmanship across the board, by the way.
We've seen great sportsmanship all night.
All night.
Really good. Even the crowds have been really good.
Much better than usual.
Yeah.
Mendez is feeling it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Deap's got a smile on her face, too.
Oh, yeah, she should.
She knows
That was a
she
great
showed
fight.
up, showed out. Yep.
Excellent bout.
Yep.
For these women.
Looks like my guess is
Smiles for
that
both.
Mendez did enough.
After 3 rounds of back and forth
see how the
action,
judges
we
see
go
it.
to our judges' scorecard for unanimous decision, declaring your winner. Out of the red corner.
Yeah, no real surprise there.
Luz
Again, awesome fight.
Mendez.
Both
Deap
women boxed
looked great.
brilliantly. If I was in Deap's corner, I probably would have called for an identical game plan. It's just a
Yeah,
matter of-
I don't know that I would have changed much of anything.
Yeah, it's both women boxed brilliantly, and it was a matter of executing the perfect game plan.